Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're new to our channel, welcome to our channel. So today we're going to be talking about 8 things you should know before heading to Mexico. As a lot of you know, we spent 2 weeks in Mexico at the end of February into the beginning of March, and we thought we'd share some tips with you to make your trip to Mexico a little bit easier. All right, so tip number 1, it was a little confusing for us because we had read online that they have an immigration card that you have to fill out and you have to hang on to while you're traveling through Mexico. If you throw it out, you actually have to pay money to get a new immigration card, and sometimes you'll get asked for it. Well, they're actually phasing the immigration card out now. We actually got a stamp in our passport, so that's what they're doing now. You're just gonna get a normal stamp in your passport, like Costa Rica and many other countries do, so you don't have to worry about having that immigration card and making sure you have it on you no matter where you go in the country. So it makes it traveling throughout the country a lot easier. So tip number 2 is the best time to travel to Mexico is in the dry season, similar to here in Costa Rica. December to April is your dry season. That's when most people are going to travel. It's cold in North America. You want to escape that and you want to go somewhere warm, and you want to go somewhere where the weather's going to be kind of predictable, where it's going to be mostly sunny and hot. So yeah, December to April is going to be your best bet as far as traveling there. Obviously you can travel there throughout the year. You're going to have some rain and a rainy season just like most tropical countries, and it's still beautiful to go there. But if you're looking for consistent weather, definitely go December to April. All right, as far as currency goes, if you're not staying at all-inclusive and you're traveling around the country and you want to be able to purchase things, you can use US dollar, but it's better to use the Mexican peso. You can get some before you go, or you can actually just go to an ATM and take pesos out there. Best to use cash. Cash is king. We learned that the hard way by having 2 scams on our credit card. It's convenient to use credit card, and in most places it's okay to do that. But even at the souvenir shop, which is like a big box store, we still got scammed on our credit card. So yeah, cash is king. I mean, it's harder because you don't want to carry around a lot of cash, so you'll have to go to the bank machine a lot more often. So obviously know where the closest ATMs are, and on that to use ATMs that are actually in banks. Don't use the standalone ones you'll find outside of like grocery stores and places like that, because those ones can get hacked. They can have card readers in them that people have put in to take money off of your card. So make sure you use an actual dedicated bank ATM, and again, use pesos. That's going to be your best bet. All right, so tip number 4, and this is going to be for people that are looking to do videos, vlogs, and stuff like that in Mexico, or you want to capture your family vacation. Drones are no longer allowed for travelers to bring into the country. You have to actually be a Mexican citizen to be able to fly a drone legally in Mexico. Before it was kind of a gray area, but this last January 2023, they actually passed a law where only citizens are allowed to fly drones in Mexico. So that's why if you guys watched our videos in Mexico, we had no drone shots. It was really upsetting because I really wanted to take our drone and get some really cool shots. But unfortunately, it is now illegal for us as tourists to bring a drone into the country and fly it around. Muy rico?
Muy rico.
¿Cuánto es por uno?
40.
40, okay. You want one too?
Ay, burrito. Muy bueno.
All right, so tip number 5, and this goes for most countries, learn basic phrases in the language of that country. Mexico being Spanish, learn hola, gracias, con mucho gusto, gusto de nada, all those like cuánto es, which is how much, just things like that. Just learn basic phrases. It's going to help you in countries like Mexico. We found that in Mexico, we would try to use our Spanish that we know, and they would actually just reply in English. So it's not like absolutely necessary, but it just shows that you're giving goodwill into learning that language. And there is a link in the description below, Down to Earth Spanish. If you guys want to learn simple phrases, you want to sign up for one-on-one classes with Lauren, then you can just click the link below. You'll actually be able to get some pre-homework stuff, pages that you can print off, stuff like that. She also has a YouTube channel, so you can go on there, watch her videos, learn basic phrases especially for traveling. She has videos on that. So yeah, click the link below, sign up, and learn some Spanish. It goes a long way, and we found that when we would speak Spanish, they kind of brought a smile to their face. They wanted to see that people were trying to speak in their language. So yeah, it's a good thing to do. And again, no matter what country you go to, whatever language they speak, just learn basic phrases and it'll go a long way. What kind of cell phone is this? Where's Facebook? Is this Facebook button? Is this Instagram? All right, so tip number 6 is get an eSIM before you travel to Mexico. You can get a SIM card while you're there, but you're gonna be trying to buy one in Spanish and it's not gonna be that easy. eSIMs are so much easier. We have partnered up with Holafly to give you a 5% discount on their eSIM. They offer 90 days unlimited data in Mexico, so super convenient. You don't have to worry about running out of data. You don't have to check and see how much you've used. You can just use it as you wish. Share those Instagram posts, the stories, reels, stay in contact with friends and family, or do business as well while you're out. So yeah, the link below will give you 5% off of any eSIM in any country they offer, but definitely recommend it for Mexico. Also, you can just put in the code, the Dufresnes, in the checkout under the coupon code, and that's gonna save you. Obviously, you gotta make sure that your phone is unlocked. That's like any SIM card in around the world or even in the same country. You have to have an unlocked phone, and you also wanna make sure your phone's compatible. So on the Holafly website, you can go and check the compatibility list. There's also the full list in the description below of this video, so you can see if your phone is in that list, and yeah, stay connected quite easily no matter where you travel throughout the country. All right, so tip number 7 is travel insurance. And yeah, there is all sorts of different options. There's cheap options, there's credit card options. We use SafetyWing personally, and it's just a really good travel insurance. Again, I'm gonna have a link to check out SafetyWing below in the description. And yeah, it's the one we use. And the nice thing is you can buy it outside of your home country. When we were leaving Canada to come to Costa Rica and looking for a long-term insurance, nobody would give us anything. So now that we know of SafetyWing, we can actually buy the insurance while we're outside of the country, and actually prefer that. So as you're traveling around the world, say you're in Mexico and you're going to Belize next, your insurance is going to cover you for those countries. So yeah, click the link, check out all the information on that. It's a $250 deductible. You can get it as low as just over $45 for 4 weeks for travel insurance. So really inexpensive, really good coverage, and they're very easy and responsive to deal with. So yeah, I highly recommend getting insurance through SafetyWing. All right, so the final tip, and this is one that we had to learn the hard way when we were in Tulum, is if you take a taxi in Mexico, make note of the cab company, the taxi number, even the license plate, just in case something happens. We used our credit card, or actually it was our Wise card, which Wise is great because you can put all your money into different currencies and use it around the world. You can put Mexican pesos on your card and just use that, or you can have it in the US, it doesn't matter, but it's just convenient to have that. So yeah, used our Wise card, and the taxi cab guy scammed us for over $400, and we didn't know at the time. And yeah, unfortunately that happened. So make note of your taxi. It would make the process of us getting our money back a lot quicker if we had taken note of the taxi, the number, the company, and the license plate. So that's just a tip that we learned the hard way, I want to share with you guys. So yeah, that's basically it. Just 8 quick tips for you when you travel to Mexico. There's obviously a lot more that you can learn from that, like bathrooms. H, it means hombre, and M means mujer, which is woman, not men. So don't go into women's washroom. Little bonus tip for you. But yeah, it's, you know, we had a really good time in Mexico. We had a couple unfortunate situations, and we just felt like it's a country that has struggled from the pandemic, and they're just trying to get as much money from the tourists as they can, which is unfortunate. But yeah, just thought we'd share these 8 tips with you before you head out to Mexico. And again, if you're not staying in all-inclusives and you're looking to travel around, these 8 tips are going to help you a lot. So if you guys like the video, please leave a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon to get notified when we come out with new videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao.